Inflewence here. Today I got MMC's all built in Ocular Max protectobot StreetWise, and this is the alternative version. Got this from AliExpress, so I didn't really notice that it was orange and all the differences. So there's orange feet. This is silver. I'm not sure if that was silver on the original. He does have an extra gun. I don't know if he had that gun. I always see this gun. I did peruse some reviews because this guy's been out for so long. I just was looking to make sure to see what the differences were, and most of the reviews I found were of the original. Somebody let me know what this is. Like, what's the alternate version? Is there a reason for it? Was it a Japan version? Was it I know it wasn't G2. I think G2 had different colors. But just let me know if you know. Figure MMC makes great figures. He doesn't suffer from the all built in because he's just a foot or a leg, and the all built in part is on hotspot. All right, so let's get started.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe. I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
So let's get a close up on his face. You can see what's going on there. And I think it's fine. He has these guns. This one and this one. This is like more of a like longer rifle. Here's this gun, all black. This is more of his traditional weapon, I believe. Then you have this one, and pretty nice. I know the handle comes off. I'm not sure if it's for a reason. This gun's handle bends forward, and that's, you can put it inside of the car. I don't think it goes anywhere else. You also get two faces, which I'm probably going to swap out, I believe. You got the screaming face, and you have kind of smile face, I think. So I think I'm gonna swap out for the smile face. Subscribe. So let's do that right now. Just take this face off is how you do it. I just put his head all the way up and then take his face, put it back on. So then to me, he looks better. Get all this good stuff. A card, of course. Tech specs. You get this to read the stuff on the box like back in the day, so you can see his tech specs on there, and you get instructions that are okay. And of course you have the box here. Nothing spectacular, same old, same old. But here's his counterpart, another MMC's protectobot, and here's X-Transbots version of the same character. So they're really different size wise. I know X-Transbots for me is combined. It's going to be combined. I'm sure it's not going to have an issue. Well, I'm not sure. It's not, the combined mode ain't going to have an issue because we don't know yet. But I'm sure the height won't be an issue for the height of the combiner because of the skeleton. Articulation. Head, of course, looks all the way up. Is kind of for transformation. It doesn't look down that much. This is straight, this is down, and he gets 360. His arm goes up about that much, so you get 90 degrees straight out, and I don't think it goes up. I think it's pegged right here onto this. So if you unpegged it, you could get it if you wanted to, and it's that easy to unpeg. So if you was over here and you needed him, you was trying to hide it, you had him facing that way, and you needed his arm up for some reason like that, you could do it. But it doesn't really make sense to, and his stuff starts falling apart. So you can do it if you need to. No ratchet, but it is super tight. Then you got all the way around like that. You have a double jointed elbow that you can get about that much, and let me see if you can get any more, because you can get the 90, and then yeah, just about that much, because then you can bend this elbow really far. You can keep it down, and I think it gets a little bit more, but you're like splitting hairs right there. So you got the swivel here. This thing moves through the transformation, but you can move it if you're trying to get out the way. Hand moves around like that. Thumb is on the ball joint, just one ball joint, and then these are individual. Let me see. Yeah, they're individual fingers, but there are like this and the crunchy, and you can get the hand in like that if you need it. For some reason I thought it was more. This panel is super loose. Get an ab crunch all the way. Spin. Skirts, front, back, sides, all get out the way. And they create a little cocoon for all this stuff in there so you can't see it. I do like that. Friction side to side, really tight. Friction again, front to back, really tight. So it does the hurdles and the splits fully. You have the swivel here for a thigh swivel. You can move all this back down. I really like how it encases that. They sure know make a good buy, I should say. I was about to say they sure know how, but yeah, they do. So you got this knee. It is on a soft ratchet, and it's weird. There's only like 2 stops, one right here and one right here. I mean, you can get it like right there on friction, but like the ratchet stops there and really nowhere else. So it's like a halfway point. If this folded in, maybe they could have made it folded in and you could have get the knee. You could have gotten the knee better. But here, this part is tabbed on to here. You'll see during transformation, and it kind of creates that whole foot. So you get the rocker about that much. You get a toe tilt like that, and you get a toe raise. Let me show it this way so you can see that. So let's get into transformation. So transformation, you move this around, move this head back like that. That's the easiest thing. Hands wise, you can move this down, flip this over like that. This, make sure this panel is all the way down, it slides up and down, but make sure it's all the way down so you can move this around like this. Keep the hand open, and then you can move this. Well, then you can move this down, and then move this in like that, and the hand will be open. Then you can move this in, and it'll go in between the hand, and that's really the main thing you want. And then with this, you spin this around here, and that's the wrong way because it only spins one way because there's not enough clearance, so it only spins that way. And there you are. And over here is the same thing. Pull this out, move this down. I knew this was loose. It came out, I think it's like that. Yeah, if it's in the middle, you can pull it out because it has a big enough space. But anyway, move this like this, move this down, and then flip this in. Then move that in there. Then this, move like that, and you're good to go. Now you can pull all this out like that and just leave it there, and pull this out. It's in here. Just pull that out like that, flip this up, pull this out. Don't flip this all the way up yet. Then right here, you have this little piece. You pull that out, and then you kind of flip it around, and it's hard because it won't flip all the way around, so you kind of forcing these tabs into this under there. You gotta kind of, I don't know if you noticed that, and then you flip this around so it's center in that little place, and now you can just have this like this. Now move this around, turn it around, and you can move this out to give you space. You can get all this in here. Now you just move this out like that. There's this little support thing right there that plugs into this thing. So you just want to put that back down. It doesn't plug in like really tight, but it's fine. It's fine. It does its job, what it's supposed to do. So you have the support. Then you want to move this down here and you flip this up. Then there's a peg that pegs on right there. Same here. Flip this up. If you have these right, mine came wrong in robot mode. So I didn't know the first time that, and by the time I got to this point, this was upside down because I flipped this right side up. Get up under here. These bumper sections, you kind of move down while you're moving it, and then you flip this all the way around. Flip it like that, and you can push this up there, get that all pegged in together like that, and then this folds down here, and kind of you can just leave it like this just for now, because you're going to want to put these legs up, and these are going to tab into the back of the legs right here. Move the legs around just like that. Pull this up here, straighten this out just like that. When you straighten it out, make sure this isn't folded like that. Make sure it's straight, because there's a tab that folds out and goes into there. Then you can move this out, flip the foot up, then put it in there like that. Pull this out here all the way. It goes around this and out like that. And then there's a mirror that you want to push all the way out. There we go. Then just push this back in and just flip this. Flip this over. Everything should be out the way except for this. You can bend that back down, and then you kind of adjust this door. Move this up here like that. There's a tab here. I'll show it on this one. That tab is over there, and it plugs into this thing, and the side like kind of not plugs, but it moves around it. Same thing over here. Move that out. Move this out. Foot up. Foot swiveled in. Move this out. It should go around there like that. Then move this like this. Put that in. Flip this over. Then once you flip that over, move this. Don't put these together, because you're going to have to move this in, and hopefully it goes where it's supposed to. There we go. Now you can put this together. It kind of goes together anyway. Situate that, situate this. Make sure the mirror is out. It came out on its own, but sometimes it doesn't. Then you push this in, and it goes on top of there. Make sure all this stuff, see, this ain't, there we go. And this goes down. It kind of goes down on its own a little, but you can see it's not this time. There we go. And push this together, and voila. There are some differences in the vehicle as well with this alternative version. You got the silver door with the black star. I don't think that was on the original. Maybe some of this stuff is different. The black windows, I'm not sure. I kind of like this vehicle better. It's a little more character to it, I guess. But yeah, it feels good. Rolls well. They really hit in everything. They even got this stuff that kind of looks like exhaust. Then you have the one exhaust, which is weird because you got a dual exhaust, and I guess it's dual to one maybe. Yeah, they probably don't know cars, so but rubber wheels, rubber tires, I should say. Got the wheels painted, and yeah, I think it's nice car. actually have a car in car mode. Actually, I'm gonna start using this because I'm not using it for nothing else. So here's Sideswipe original to car mode, and yeah, about the same size, so it scales well. Even though Lamborghini would probably be smaller. Well, this is like a, is this a Z? Or, I can't tell. I think it's a mixture of a couple cars that turned into a cop car. It kind of looks like a Z, but don't know. Who don't know cars now? But not much you can do with this mode. You can lift this up. There's a space. I'm not gonna do it because then it's all hard to get out. But you lift this up and you can put this gun in there, drop it in there, and then it's just in there, in a space. And that's it. And then there's no other storage, no storage for that big gun. If you enjoyed this review, let me know and I will get up with you in the next one. Appreciate you.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you're alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.